Introduce my guests, Uruj Mumtaz and Nick Compton to my left, and starting with Uruj. Uruj, when you win the final session, you come back very strong, you come back positive. The next morning, Bangladesh have worked hard with this partnership. As I read here, Das 52-55 for Mushfiq. I think they're in a very, very good position.
Yeah, very good position. And in fact, even from yesterday, they were probably the happier side walking away because they did not lose a wicket in the 12 overs they faced for 27. The opener stand from Shadman in particular, you say there was a game-changing moment at that point. But rebuilding, all that experience of Mushfiqur Rahim, Liton Das almost scoring almost a runner ball for his half century. Another 98-run stand between the two. And more importantly for Pakistan, for Bangladesh, Pakistan could not break that partnership. So they come out tomorrow and they start with two men who are set at the crease.
When you look at Bangladesh and their run through the day, they started off with less than 2 runs and over. And at that time, we thought everything was going so slow, but they finished off with almost 5 and over in that final session. And Nick, when you look at that, it's almost like that boxer Muhammad Ali. You're tiring the opposition down, and you could clearly see it in the fast bowlers.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you haven't played for a while, you need to give yourself time. And I think the importance of technique, I think, really showed today. I think huge credit must go to Shadman. I thought he played beautifully. I thought he weathered the storm there. I thought Pakistan came hard at him. They bowled some impressive deliveries. He showed patience and he showed good technique. And I think he got the rewards in the end. I think very disappointed for him that he didn't get 100. But I thought the way he played was outstanding and allowed the likes of Mushfiqur Rahim, who also showed a lot of courage in his innings, to build that platform. And I think there's so much talk at the moment in international cricket about strike rates, etc. But actually the good old-fashioned, let's build a foundation, particularly at this stage when you understand that both teams haven't played a lot of test cricket. You know, as an opening batsman, you don't want to go out there and give your wicket away. You want to build an innings because you know that, A, it's going to stand you in good stead for the next test and for the next innings, but also in the test matches to come. And there's no better way to score runs than being out in the middle.
Yeah, and when you talk about the opportunities available to the batting side, it's a good batting track, especially on a track like this. Second new ball can be an advantage to the batting side. And we got someone like Liton Das, who's also open for Bangladesh. He made full use of it, and he looked $1 million with that second new ball, going places.
Yeah, it was just before when Shakib was still out there. We were talking about how important it will be when they go in and they come back out because Pakistan got the new ball just after tea. Important that 2 set batters are out there. That's exactly what happened. They came out, they obviously slightly sprayed it again. I thought Pakistan also was not as disciplined with the new ball. More importantly, Liton Das was more than happy to take the attack to the batters every time he played his shot. And the way he finished off the session, well, my God, some of those sixes, one of them the ball lost as well, scoring at quick runs. And I think Pakistan, like you say, the hard new ball, if it's not in the right areas, most often not leaks runs faster. And then suddenly that shift in gear, scoring at just under 5 runs and over in that final session. Bangladesh surely the happier camp.
Yeah, they did that, and not alone Liton Das, but Mushfiqur Rahim. Nick, there's no replacement for experience. I mean, he brought it to the party and he looked again like, what, 55 not out and rearing to go tomorrow.
Yeah, leading Bangladesh test run scorer, and you can see why. I mean, he's a man for the time, isn't he? He's got plenty of courage. He's got a lovely little technique. He is a diminutive, small character. But he plays the ball under his eyes and so late, doesn't he? So excellent from him to get himself back into form. He missed the last series, didn't he? So he's back in, and that's exactly what his team would have wanted from him.
It wasn't just the two of them who were not out, but it was also Shadman who set it up for them when he came out to open. And 93, we were all feeling very sorry that he was dismissed just at the stroke of tea at 93, but he looked very strong, technically strong, mentally strong.
Yeah, thoroughly impressed because of the character he showed at the crease. Remember, he opened when Pakistan had the first new ball. You always look at numbers and the opening pairs. There's been so much chopping and changing, and they've got the worst average in terms of Bangladesh opening pairs. And what an opportunity. Remember, he comes in because Joy missed out. So he wasn't their first choice opener to go in. But my God, it'll be tough to drop him come the next test match. He deserved 100. He played well within himself, looked very, very organized at the crease and played some lovely, lovely shots.
Yeah, you must be wondering now, we talk about Pakistan bowlers. Bangladesh, when they were out bowling, we also found it very tough. So what can Pakistan do tomorrow? We'll talk about that after this break. Welcome back once again to the pitchside studio. Let's talk about Pakistan and their bowling and their plans for tomorrow. Now, we know that they took 5 wickets today, well spread out through the day in the 3 sessions. This was the first one. Great catch, Uruj.
Yeah, brilliant. All that cramping put aside, he puts in that horizontal drive and gets one mid to it. And this was Khurram Shahzad. Duplicate dismissals back to back. There could be some debate about the fact that the Bangladesh batters did not get a big stride forward. This one beautiful. To clean up a batter at 93, Muhammad Ali just before the stroke of tea. This, well, Saima, you will have plenty to say about this one. His first test cricket, his very first over in test cricket as well. And you could see the surprise. You could see the surprise on Shan's face when he did take that catch. And it was definitely a forced change, but it did the job.
Yeah, it did the job. And when you really talk about what you can do as a bowler, Nick, on surfaces like these, about using angles, and I think Khurram Shahzad and Muhammad Ali in that one wicket did that so well, going wide of the crease and coming round the wicket, and it paid off.
Yeah, Khurram Shahzad was, for me, the bowler of the day. I mean, he toiled hard, didn't he? It was a difficult ask to come in those middle overs. But it wasn't so much about the movement, it was how quickly and sharply those balls went. I mean, you've got men that are in, they've been seeing the ball well, and then suddenly out of nowhere, bang. And I thought that, for me, was excellent from him, particularly when you consider it was batting conditions. It's been tough for the Pakistan bowlers. They perhaps, I mean, summarising it, weren't, you know, as sharp as they could be. I mean, and you can expect that. They haven't played a lot of test cricket, but that sort of delivery there, just rushing the Bangladesh batsman straight through the gate, a perfect dismissal. You
got to really give it to the bowlers, from fast bowlers from both sides, that, you know, you're bending your back, you're trying hard, and then your expectations are from your spearheads, who are faster bowlers, but then results come in from the bowlers who are coming in the first or second change, and then talking about how they use the angles.
I think Khurram Shahzad was rewarded for being disciplined. You saw that square as well. He was disciplined in terms of relentlessly hitting that length, and hence why there was pressure. Then there was a movement obviously from that length as well. I remember we spoke to Saud Shakil before the start of the play today, where he said it was that in-between length where you're slightly confused whether to go forward to it or back, and he got his results because he was sort of more disciplined than Shaheen and Naseem. Even with the second new ball, you saw Shaheen Shafidi every now and then go back to that full length where he gets that ball to swing. There was no swing on offer. He was more successful with plays and misses when he angled the ball off length across the right-hander. So I guess when you're asking where is the next wicket coming from, what are the bowling plans for Pakistan, probably just discipline. But that dovetails into the fact me and Nick were talking about on commentary. They haven't played a lot of first-class cricket. So tired legs, been in the field all day, but fresh minds. Hopefully the overnight rest will give them some sort of respite.
Tired legs reminds me, you guys must be tired as well.
Yes, please.
But why we keep you on the toes is we'll keep changing your working hours every day. So you got fresh working hours for you lined up, so that you know when you have to wake up. Now remember, 9:45 is the first ball, and 9:10 is when we join you guys right here with day 4 of this test match. So it's time for you guys to, you know, hit the sack. I'm talking about the two next to me. The rest of you watching the television can, you know, do it whenever you want. But thank you, Nick. Thank you, Uruj.
Pleasure.
And we'll catch you guys in the morning. Once again, don't forget, 9:10 local time is when we join you with day 4. Until then, you take care of yourself, and it's goodbye for now.